Director Su, is this what you call the best level in Heisher? It's absolutely ridiculous. Mrs. Mo, please calm down. My daughter Su Qian specifically designed this piece based on the latest Paris trends. Young people have such modern ideas. Mrs. Mo, this is top-tier French tailoring. Look at these shoulder pads, this waistline, this is what we call international. It's the workers on the floor who were too clumsy and ruined my design. International? I flew 3 hours from Hong Kong to place a $1 million order. I wanted the most authentic, traditional Oriental dress, and you give me this. Neither here nor there. Cheongsam with shoulder pads? Using Western tailoring for a cheongsam? The chest is stiff and bulging, and the waistline is as rigid as a board. I only care about results. 3 days. I'll come back to check the second version in 3 days. If it's still this kind of trash, not only is this order off, but your factory won't be able to get a single thread of business from the Hong Kong circle. Su Qian, is this what you called a sure thing? If this $1 million deal falls through, all 2,000 people in this factory will be left starving. Dad, can you blame me? My blueprints were perfect. It's these temporary workers who don't understand high-end customization at all, especially that Lin Wan. What kind of rags did she cut? Section Chief Su. Protagonist Lin Wan. Protagonist, I warned you before I started cutting. You can't use stiff Western tailoring on silk georgette. Oriental frames are flatter. If you force a French cut on them, the armpits will definitely wrinkle, and the chest will definitely be hollow. You were the one who said if I didn't follow your blueprint I should get out. You told me to get out. Who do you think you are? Daring to lecture me? When I was studying design abroad, you were still playing in the mud in the countryside, a temp who only got in through connections. You've never worn anything worth more than 50 yuan in your life. What do you know about high-end? What do you know about the drape of fabric? You can't even cut silk properly, you loser. Let me tell you, if this order fails, you'll be the first one kicked out. And don't even think about keeping your mother in the factory hospital bed. Arguing is useless. A true artisan lets their needlework speak. Fine, 3 days. I turned and walked toward the conference room door. Su Qian watched my back as I ignored her, stamping her foot on the floor in anger. Grandma used to say, Oriental clothing should grow with the person wearing it. The old cast iron was lit. The fabric was gently stretched and shaped by my hands. After my constant pressing, Mom's surgery money is finally within reach. This. Did you make this? Section Chief Su, what are you doing? This is the sample for Mrs. Mo. Lin Wan, get this straight. In this factory, all designs, all samples belong to me, the chief of the design section. What right does a temp like you have to meet a Hong Kong client? Listen, I spent 3 sleepless nights fixing this dress. It has nothing to do with you. Now get out immediately. Fine, since you claim you made it. You'd better understand the temperament of this dress. Su Qian watched the direction I left in, spitting with disdain. What you stole from me, you'll pay back sooner or later. This is incredible. This is the true Shanghai-style cheongsam. No shoulder seams, no stiff darts. The fabric feels alive, naturally following the body's curves to form the waist. Director Su, whose work is this? I'm glad you're satisfied, Mrs. Mo. I spent 3 sleepless nights, completely overturning the previous Western ideas, and tailored this Chinese design specifically for you. To master this cut, I looked up many old references and put in a lot of effort. For Section Chief Su to grasp the essence of Chinese tailoring in just 3 days is truly rare. However, I'd like to ask, these sleeves have no seams. How did you get the flat silk to form such a natural flowing S-curve waist? Well, while sewing I just gently stretched the fabric a bit and then ironed it several times. It naturally took shape. Making clothes is just about trying a few more times. Regardless, I'm very satisfied with this sample. Start production on the first 1,000 pieces immediately. But let me be clear. I want every single piece to have the same handmade quality as this sample. If you can't, your factory will bear the 3 million yuan penalty. Absolutely, absolutely. Don't worry, Mrs. Mo. We will guarantee both quality and quantity. Go call Lin Wan to the finance office. Have her process her resignation immediately. Go call Lin Wan to the finance office. Have her process her resignation immediately. I stood in the middle of the hallway. Su Qian walked toward me from the other side. The workers watched from a distance. Pick it up. This is your salary for the first 5 days of the month. 20. Enough for you to go back to the countryside and buy 2 chickens to nourish yourself. My salary for this month is 120, plus 50 for last month's overtime, totaling 170. That's my mom's life-saving money for tomorrow's dialysis. The factory can't fire me without a valid reason, and must pay me in full. Life-saving money? Your mother's illness is a bottomless pit. No matter how much money you throw in, she's just waiting to die. Besides, you damaged the design departments. Imported silk this morning. Deducting 150 is letting you off easy. If you're not happy, go complain. See who dares to mess with the Su family. Tears and arguments are useless. In this place, power is the only truth. But I won't let it end like this. Su Qian, you didn't just take a dress. You took my livelihood. I will get this back. With interest. I hope when Mrs. Mo's anger erupts, you and your father can handle it. Crazy woman, you're insane. Get out. Get out of my factory. "3 months ago. This dress was originally something we were making together. Wan, you've been ironing for 3 hours. It's just a waistline. Why not just use the sewing machine to speed it up? Why go through all this trouble? It's not the same. The curves created by traditional methods are alive. Machine sewing just forces the fabric to deform, damaging the integrity of the material. This cloud silk is something I saved 3 years of salary to buy. I want to make a real Shanghai-style cheongsam. To show the judges that old crafts aren't obsolete. You touched my fabric. Wan, don't be angry. I asked many workers in the factory. They all said cheongsams are too old-fashioned. I added shoulder pads, changed the dart so it would look modern. That's the only way the judges will give it a high score. All that effort you put into shaping, laymen can't even tell. It's a waste of effort. I'm asking you, who told you to touch it? The fabric is still there. It's not ruined. I just changed the pattern. Wan, wake up. What era do you think this is? Outside, everyone is wearing polyester and jeans. You're still clinging to those old antiques. What future is there in that? I'm trying to help you. She doesn't understand, she never will. A good piece of fabric has a soul. Violent stitching is a desecration of the fabric. Su Qian, you think traditional methods are old-fashioned? I think your stitching is violent. We are not the same kind of people. Why are you so ungrateful? I'm trying to help you out of kindness and you don't even appreciate it. After paying the 15 yuan hospital bed fee, I only have 5 yuan left. Mom's dialysis money for tomorrow is still short. As long as an artisan still has their hands, they won't starve. This girl must be crazy about money. Can you really sell clothes made of rags? Exactly. Who wears such old-fashioned fabric nowadays? Everyone wears jeans, polyester and the like. This girl must be crazy about money. Can you really sell clothes made of rags? Exactly. Who wears such old-fashioned fabric nowadays? Everyone wears jeans, polyester and the like. I turned a deaf ear to the mockery around me. The large brass scissors in my hand made a crisp clicking sound. My feet pressed down firmly. Sound of sewing machine pedal. 2 hours later, a modified short qipao is finished. Goodness, is this really made from that scrap of fabric? This is simply miraculous. Boss, do you have any clothes I can change into? I'll pay whatever it costs. I have to be on stage in 10 minutes. My big break is finally here. The woman's red dress is torn all the way up to her thigh. I'm doomed. Only 10 minutes until I go on stage. If I miss my slot, Manager Wang will definitely blacklist me. I've worked so hard to get to this point. She looks around. When she sees the qipao I made, her eyes instantly light up. Boss, I want this dress. Is 50 yuan enough? 100. I need it right now. 100. I need it right now. You can't wear this one. Shangyun silk has no stretch. It's tailored for narrow shoulders and a slim waist. Your shoulders are broad and your hips are narrow. If you force it on, it'll get stuck at the armpits. The back zipper won't close either. Singing requires a lot of lung capacity. It'll be so tight you won't be able to breathe. Then what should I do? I really don't have any time left. Take off your dress and give it to me. 10 minutes, 150 yuan. What? You can fix it? I can. If you trust me, take it off. If not, there's still time for you to leave. Fine. As long as I can get on stage, I'll even pay 200. I take the dress. I spread the red dress out on the crude wooden workbench. I grip the large brass shears. With a swift, decisive cut, the long dress is instantly transformed into
en asymmetrical midi-skirt.
Hey, are you crazy? How can I wear it after you've cut it like this? My hands move so fast they're just a blur. I added pleats, tailored a Western-style stand-up collar, and created a teardrop cutout. I took a few of the red sequins I'd cut off and scattered them deep within the black gauze. The dress is finished quickly. Done. 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Shinman walks out. The corner of the night market instantly falls silent. All the street vending cries stop. Oh my god. Oh my god, is this really my ruined dress? It's beautiful. Boss, your craftsmanship is incredible. Your craftsmanship is incredible. My name is Shinman. I'm a singer at Night Paris. From now on, all of my performance outfits are yours to make. Shinman runs off quickly in her high heels, heading toward the distant dance hall. I lower my head, carefully counting one by one the thick stack of bills in my hand. I fold the money carefully and tuck it into my inner pocket. That's enough for Mom's dialysis fees. This is only the beginning. What use is it for me to keep you useless people around? You can't even produce one decent garment. Are your hands made of lead? Section Chief Su, it's not that we aren't trying. This sample of yours is just too tricky. There are no seams from the armpit to the waist. This is the old-fashioned continuous sleeve technique. As soon as our heavy-duty sewing machines press down, the silk wrinkles and slips. If we force the seam, it creates a huge bulge at the waist, and no amount of ironing will flatten it. Bullshit. If I could design it, then you should be able to make it. Can't you use a high-temperature iron? Just iron it flat and it's done. Ironing makes the silk brittle. If the temperature is too high, it turns yellow and fragile. It rips at the slightest touch. Look, these are all ruined from ironing. Su Qian rushes over to the original sample on the wall. Lin Wan. Just what kind of method did that woman use? Go search every tailor shop in the city. Any old master who used to make Qipaos back in the old Shanghai days, offer them double or triple the wages, and bring them all here to do the handwork. I refuse to believe that without Lin Wan, there's no one left in Haishur who can make clothes. A dazzling white spotlight instantly pierces the darkness, hitting the center of the stage. Shun Man in a contrasting red and black long dress slowly walks onto the stage. Her silhouette is absolutely exquisite. The eyes of everyone in the audience are full of wonder. Man, this dress is incredible. Which master in Hong Kong made it? Quick, give me their contact info. Yeah, seriously. This fit, this cut. It's better than the haute couture I bought in Paris. I want one exactly like it. It wasn't a Hong Kong master. It was a divine artisan with a street stall in the Chung Huang Temple night market. Is that girl Shin Man actually reliable? In a dump like that where poor people shop, what kind of divine tailor could there be? My Italian leather shoes are going to get covered in gutter oil. I know, right? But you saw that dress she was wearing last night. The way the waist was taken in. I believe it if you said it was Paris haute couture. Well, we're already here. Let's just look for them. We're here anyway, let's look around. Are you the tailor who modified Shin Man's dress? Looking as shabby as you do, you can actually make clothes like that? Mrs. Wang, your right shoulder is half a centimeter lower than your left. It's from sitting too long playing mahjong over the years, causing a dowager's hump that weighs you down. This French padded shoulder suit you're wearing doesn't just fail to hide the flaw. It actually makes your neck look short and thick. My God, how did she know? Sister Wang, we all know about your uneven shoulders, but no tailor has ever dared to say it. How is your eye so sharp? Then tell me, what should I wear? Western tailoring emphasizes bone structure and three-dimensionality. Eastern clothing is about concealing flaws. You're suited for a modified Shanghai-style mid-length Qipao. The collar should be a yuanbao collar, can both eleganteize the neck and hide the hump on your back. We'll use the press and push method to take in the right shoulder more, and use padding to make both shoulders level. It will make you look dignified and upright. Yes. That's exactly the feeling. Other tailors only know how to add thick padding, which just makes me look bulkier. Make 5 for me. How much do you want? As long as you can get the same effect as Shun Man's. Money is no object. The labor fee is 500 per piece, fabric not included. Double for rush orders. 500 yuan a piece? Are you crazy? An average worker's monthly salary is only about 300. Here is 2,500. Rush all 5 of them. I need to wear them to the Chamber of Commerce gala next week. I want 2 silk ones as well. My daughter is getting engaged next week. Give me 1 evening gown, and I want 3 for daily wear. I'll bring the fabric over tomorrow. No need to run a street stall anymore. It's time to have a place that truly belongs to me. Six months rent paid in full. We signed the contract today. I'm moving in and hanging the sign this afternoon. No problem. I'll go get the contract for you right now. The shop interior looks brand new. Exquisite Qipao samples hang on the walls. Above the door, a solid wood plaque smelling of timber is slowly being hung up. Little girl, don't try to persuade me. Everything is machine-made nowadays. Old bones like us, who only know how to hand-stitch edges and do traditional shaping, nobody wants us anymore. Just hire some young girls who can operate a sewing machine for your shop. I didn't say a word. I took out a piece of Shangyun silk, a scrap of fabric and a silver needle. My fingers flew like a phantom. In less than a minute, a complex, exquisite, three-dimensional decorative knot appeared on the fabric. Old Master Chen's pupils dilated instantly. He looked as if he'd been struck by lightning. Trembling, he suddenly stood up from his bamboo chair. He grabbed the piece of cloth from my hand. This is the 120-stitch Starry Sky hidden knot. This craft has been lost for 30 years. What is your relationship with the Jinxiu Lin family of the old days? Lin Rushi was my grandmother. Grandpa Chun, Wanxiang Hall doesn't seek speed. Only tradition. I don't need assembly line workers. I need true artisans who understand this craft and who revere it. I'll pay triple the market rate. We'll use only the finest materials. Are you willing to come out of retirement? I'm in, as long as you don't use those damn machines to ruin good fabric. I'll risk my old life to call all my fellow masters back together for you. What did you say? All the old tailors in the city are gone. Where did they all go? Su, Section Chief Su. I sent people to check every house. Old Chan, Oldly, they were all hired away early this morning by a new private tailor shop with high salaries. What kind of crappy tailor shop dares to steal my people? They're offering triple the pay. I'll offer 5 times. Go and throw money at them to get them back. It's no use, Section Chief Su. It's not about the money for them. The owner of that shop publicly demonstrated a lost technique of secret knotting and won over all those old stubborn masters. They said even if you offered them a mountain of gold, they wouldn't go back to the assembly line to do that soulless work anymore. A lost secret knotting technique? What's the name of that shop? Who is the owner? The sign was just hung up. It's called Wanxiang Tang. The owner is that temp worker you fired? Few days ago, Lin Wan. What? Lin Wan. Lin Wan. It's actually Lin Wan? Good for you, Lin Wan. Trying to step on my face to make a comeback? I rule the fashion industry in Haishur with an iron fist. I want to see how you, a poor woman with no background or connections, plan to fight me. Hello, Brother Ren. Yes, it's me. There's a new tailor shop on Huaihai Road called Wanxiang Tang. They're operating without a license and disrupting the market. Take a few brothers and go take care of them. Remember, the priority is the finished clothes inside. Don't leave a single one intact. If tomorrow's delivery fails, I'll just blame it on a production error. But your Wanxiang Tang, after tonight, will be nothing but a pile of trash. Rainwater slid down the thugs. Baseball bats and switchblades. The blades in the night glinted with a sharp cold light. Brother Dao, this is the place. Su Qian said no need to hurt anyone. Just slash all the clothes inside. And smash the sewing machines. 5,000 yuan once it's done. What kind of valuable stuff could a crappy tailor shop have? Ha ha ha, cutting silk is so satisfying. Cutting silk is so satisfying. This Su Qian is really ruthless. Holding such a grudge against a young girl. With a crisp pop, dozens of incandescent bulbs in the hall lit up simultaneously. What? Why are these just sacks? Practicing your knife skills on sacks? Brother Dao, your knife skills don't seem very accurate. You brat, you dared to set me up? Since the clothes aren't here, I'll tear down your shop today along with you. Smash it. Go ahead, smash it. But Brother Dao, before you do, listen to the sounds outside before you smash. Nobody move. Drop your weapons. Get on the ground. Nobody move. Drop your weapons. Get on the ground. Did you really think I didn't know what kind of person Su Qian is? She stole my sample clothes, seeing she couldn't deliver the goods. Besides hiring people to smash the shop, what else could her walnut-sized brain possibly think of? The clothes originally hanging in my shop were silk haute couture pieces worth thousands each. Intentional destruction of public property, the amount is huge. It's enough for you to spend 10 years in prison. 10 years? No. But if you honestly confess who the mastermind is and turn state's evidence, this will be considered an attempted crime. Is it 10 years in prison, or letting the woman who gave you 5,000 yuan take the fall for you? Brother Dao is a smart man. I'll confess, I'll say it. It's Su Qian from the City No. 1 Garment Factory. She's the one who ordered us to come. I still have her call recording on my phone. Su Qian, the trap has already closed. Your retribution has only just begun. The air in the office was frozen like ice. Madam Mo arrived with 2
Suering Hong Kong lawyers.
Factory director Su stood to the side, constantly wiping cold sweat from his bald head.
Madam Montag.
This is the second version of the sample. We made improvements based on your requirements. We made improvements. Please don't look too closely. As long as I can muddle through. Once Lin Wan's shop is in ruins, no one in Haishur will be able to compete with me. Is this the explanation you're giving me? Do you take me for a blind person? Or a scavenger? The buttons on the collar are crooked and messy. Inferior threads are flying everywhere, and the silk at the waistline has been forcibly stretched by the machine, already showing terrible fraying. Madam Mo, please let me explain. It's the machine's presser foot being too tight. This fabric itself isn't suitable. Shut up. The fabric isn't suitable? Who made that perfect sample? On the first day, a ghost? The waistline of the first version was flawless, without any visible seams. In this version, you actually cut the underarm. And sewed a visible seam. This kind of selling dog meat under a sheep's head behavior is a desecration of the Cheongsam. Madam Mo, it's a misunderstanding. It's all a misunderstanding. Please give us 2 more days, just 2 days. Cancel the contract. According to the agreement, pay the breach of contract penalty and 3 million in damages for loss of reputation. If it's not in the account within 3 days, see you in court. Director Su, please sign to confirm. 3 million. It's over. It's all over. 3 million. It's over. It's all over. No, you can't cancel the order. That first version wasn't made by me at all. It was Lin Wan, that temp worker. She intentionally left traps to sabotage me. Section Chief Su, you finally admit you're just a thief who only knows how to plagiarize? I said, how could a fool who can't even tell the difference between collars possibly make a piece of soulful, ancient-style haute couture? Madam Mo, I was wrong. I'll go find Lin Wan. I'll make her come back and make it for you. Please don't sue us. Director, it's bad. The police are here. They say Section Chief Su is suspected of hiring thugs to smash the shop, and they're downstairs to take her in for investigation. The police?
Impossible.
How could Brother Dao fail? How could Lin Wan have reported it to the police in advance? Su Qian, your true colors are truly nauseating. Your true colors are truly nauseating. As for Lin Wan, you don't need to bother looking for her. Last night at the Paris nightclub I saw Shunman's red and black battle robe. I saw that red and black battle robe. I've already made an appointment with that designer for this afternoon. My slender fair fingers were holding an extremely fine ancient embroidery needle, focusing on embroidering a highly complex double-sided 3-style embroidery, accompanied by the crisp clinking sound. Madam Mo stood at the doorway, her gaze locked firmly on my exquisite embroidery. In her arrogant eyes there was now deep shock and admiration. Madam Mo, your 10 minutes. Earlier than the agreed time. Miss Lin. No, Master Lin. I apologize for my previous lack of judgment. That $1 million order from the IC Número 1 Garment Factory. I am now officially transferring it to Wanxiang Tang. I wonder if you'd be willing to take it? I didn't answer immediately, but turned my head, calmly looking out the window at the bright, brilliant sunshine in the hall, where the plaque hanging above, exuding the scent of wood, read Wanxiang Tang in gold letters. Madam Mo, this $1 million order of yours, if it's to go through an assembly line, to make 1,000 mass-produced items, Wanxiang Tang cannot take it. Lin, my girl, that's $1 million. Over 8 million yuan. Enough to buy half of Huaihai Road. Miss Lin, you're pushing away a god of wealth who came to your door. Do you know that? As long as you take this order, Wanxiang Tang could instantly become the largest garment enterprise in Haishur. A garment enterprise and a haute couture workshop are two different things. Purely handmade ancient methods in knotting are extremely time-consuming and heart-draining. In 1 month, even if Wanxiang Tang works day and night, the limit is 100 pieces. Your brand follows a high-end route. 1,000 industrial defective products, it will only ruin your reputation. But if it's 100 pieces, from the last generation of Shanghai's Hongbang tailors, purely handmade, limited edition, one-of-a-kind pieces, each with a unique hidden serial number, and each featuring hand-stitched gold embroidery. Scarcity creates value. If you take them back to Hong Kong, the price could increase 10-fold or even 20-fold. That is true haute couture. Well said. Scarcity creates value. Miss Lin, you are not only a master craftswoman, but also a natural-born businesswoman. Let's do as you say. 100 purely handmade, limited edition pieces. I'll pay a 50% deposit today. 4 million. It will be wired to Wang Xiangtang's account this afternoon. Lin, my girl, our ancestors' craft has finally made it. Mom, your kidney donor has been found. Dad, where are we going? To borrow money from your uncle, okay? Borrow money? That snob of an uncle. The moment he heard we owed 3 million, he wouldn't even answer our calls. It's all your fault. All your fault. You useless good-for-nothing brat. You good-for-nothing scum. If you hadn't stolen Lin Wan's sample garment, if you hadn't hired people to trash her shop, we wouldn't be in this mess today. How was I supposed to know? She was so tricky. These scraps of cloth. How could the machines not be able to make them? What's the point of saying this now? The factory is being auctioned off tomorrow. If we can't pay the penalty, we'll both end up in jail. Let's go. To Huaihai Road. What are we going there for? I'm not going. I'm not going to see that bitch. We're going to beg Lin Wan, if she's willing, to share some of the minor work from Madam Mo's order with us. If we can get the machines running, the factory might survive. The factory might survive. Miss Lin Wan. Master Lin, please open the door. Every mistake is entirely the fault of my rebellious daughter. You can hit her, scold her, whatever you want. Please show mercy and leave a way for our garment factory to survive. Kneel down and kowtow to Lin Wan to apologize. Lin
Wan, I'm sorry.
I shouldn't have stolen your sample garment. I shouldn't have hired people to trash your shop. Su Wengcheng, Sukyan. This sob story of yours is not moving at all. When Su Qian kicked me out of the factory and withheld the money for my mother's dialysis, did you ever think about leaving me a way to survive? Lin Wan, you can't say it like that. You worked at the factory for 3 years, and the factory paid you wages for 3 years, which counts as a favor to you and your mother. You can't forget your roots just because you found success. A favor? In 3 years, I drew over 700 designs for the factory, improved over 20 production lines, and worked for the lowest temporary wages. You call that a favor? You're here today simply because you want some scraps from Madam Mo's order. Fine, I'll tell you why you can't handle this job. My collars have 120 stitches of traditional hidden patterns. Every single stitch requires calculating the tension of the thread and the shrinkage rate of the fabric through my iron. Through 300-degree high-temperature cast iron pressing, 3 full hours of shaping and molding. This is called Oriental Ancient Charm. This is the soul of haute couture. Your cold assembly line machines cannot grasp. Your minds are only filled with plagiarism and dirty schemes to make quick money, which you can't grasp either. Clothing has a spirit. Doesn't recognize thieves. And it certainly doesn't recognize scum. Get out, don't dirty the floor of Wangxiangtang. Ha 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 ha. Lin Wan, do you think you've really won? You want to make 100 pieces of Oriental silk, right? That kind of heavyweight silk. In all of Shanghai, only the Jiangnan Silk Factory can produce it, and the director of the Jiangnan Silk Factory is my own uncle. You cut off my livelihood. So even if I die, I'll drag you down to hell with me. Without the material, let's see how you deliver the goods. Director Qian, this is unprofessional. We at Wangxiangtang paid in full 3 days ago for a batch of heavyweight silk. The contract is signed. You're just brushing me off with no stock? How are we supposed to fulfill our order? Old Chun, you're a veteran in this industry. Don't you understand the rules? The contract is clear. In case of force majeure, double the deposit is refunded. I've already paid the 10,000 yuan penalty. What more do you want? To be honest, let alone 100 bolts. You won't be able to take away even an inch of silk today. You won't be able to take away even an inch of silk today. Director Qian. Madam Mo's order is already on a tight deadline. Now that the fabric is cut off, we'll have to pay millions in penalties. You're driving us to a dead end. Oh, is that so? That's truly a pity. Lin Wan didn't expect this, did you? You shut yourself in to do haute couture, thinking that holding 4 million means you can do whatever you want? You should look at yourself in the mirror. The fabric supply in Shanghai is controlled by my uncle. Didn't you say your craftsmanship was invincible? Didn't you say my machines couldn't handle your designs? Fine, I want to see. If your miraculous tailoring skills can create 100 Qipaos out of thin air. Lin, my girl, what are we going to do? Jiangnan Silk Factory is the only place in the province that can make high-quality, heavyweight silk. We can't make bricks without straw. What are you laughing at? You're at death's door and you're still acting mysterious? I'm laughing at how stupid you are, Su Qian. Do you really think Lin Wan, would use your kind of
Top-tier haute couture
fabric that has been violently stretched by chemical dyes and machines? You brat! How dare you insult our factory's silk? This is an export-grade, inspection-free product. Is that so? Real heavyweight silk. Must be dyed repeatedly 3 times on a cloudy day using wood ash and natural indigo to achieve a cold moonlight-like luster. But you, for the sake of production volume, use pungent chemical azo dyes. And to prevent wrinkling, you add formaldehyde resin to the silk to set it. This kind of fabric reeking of industrial ink, torn by heavy machinery, with broken protein fibers, if worn on Madam Mo's delicate skin, would cause a rash in less than half a day. I came here today just to give you a chance to make traditional fabric, since Director Qin treasures this toxic industrial waste so much. Then you can keep it for yourself. Grandpa Chen, let's go. Let's go get the real Oriental treasure. Keep pretending, just keep pretending. The entire Jiangnan province has no better silk than this. I'll be waiting to see Madam Mo's lawyers. Sue your Wang Xiangtang into bankruptcy. Lin, my girl. What you said just now was satisfying. But how are we going to fill the fabric gap? Even if the Jiangnan factory's fabric is industrial, it's still the best available on the market. Grandpa Chen. Don't worry, I don't play games I'm not sure of. Do you remember what my grandmother's generation of Hongbang tailors considered the ultimate dream silk? What was it? Could it be the cloud smoke tribute satin, woven from traditional double cocoon silk?
Impossible.
That craft died out in the 50s. And it requires an old Ming Dynasty wooden loom, weaving only 2 inches a day. The craft died out, but the people are still here. In my grandmother's notes, it was written that the descendant of the last master weaver of the Jiangnan Weaving Bureau lives in seclusion in Nanchuan ancient town Suzhou. People call him Blind Qin. Hello, Grandma Qin. I am Lin Wan, descendant of the Hongbang tailor Lin Rushu, here to request fabric. A descendant of the Hongbang? Go back. The fabric here is not sold to merchants who reek of money and ruin materials with machines. In these 10 years, the Hong Kong and Taiwan businessmen who came to me with piles of cash were all chased away with a broom. I only weave for those who truly understand fabric and treat it like their own life. This old lady has such a temper. She's completely stubborn. Ma'am, I'm not here to throw money at you. Just take a look at this. This is the Starry Sky Master technique. You're a girl in your 20s. And you actually know how to do this. Mom, the outside world has replaced craftsmanship with machines. Mass production is destroying the reputation of Chinese fashion. I've taken on a high-end international order, and I want to show the world what true Eastern elegance is. But I don't have fabric worthy of this craft. Those machine-made silks soaked in formaldehyde and industrial dyes are not worthy of the needlework my grandmother passed down. In this city, I'm the only one insisting on traditional handmade clothing, and in the Jiangnan region, you're the only one still using the old wooden looms. If you don't help me, this craft will truly disappear from the international stage. Well said. You've got guts, little girl. I, old Qin, have waited 30 years. Finally waiting for a tailor worthy of my peerless fabric. Follow me. This is Moon White Mother of Pearl Cloud Satin. It's made entirely from silkworms, fed on top-quality mulberry leaves with hand-reeled silk. The dye is in chemical blue. It's wild indigo I picked from the mountains, mixed with finely ground Taihu pearl powder. To set the color for 100 bolts of fabric, my 2 mute apprentices and I wove for 3 years and 5 months. A masterpiece. This is truly a legendary treasure. Compared to this divine creation, the stuff from the Jiangnan Silk Factory is nothing but a floor rag. Lin, we're saved. We're going to shock the entire fashion world. Grandpa Chen, call a truck. Tonight we'll rush these 100 bolts back to the city, since Su Qian blocked my path. I'll step over her ruins and tear a hole in the sky. 19 days left. Lin Wan, the Jiangnan silk supply is cut off. An imported fabric won't clear customs in time. I want to see how. In 19 days, without a single piece of fabric, you'll scrape together 4 million to refund Madam Mo. Fighting me? You're just a seamstress. Maybe in your next life. Ha ha ha. 100 bolts of divine fabric were sent to Wanhangtang overnight. Lin, the warp and weft of this fabric are too dense. And it's mixed with pearl powder. It's much more brittle than regular silk. With normal scissors, the edges will definitely fray. What should we do? This is the cold spring shear passed down by my grandmother, specifically for top-tier silk. No matter how delicate the material, it won't damage a single thread. My God, that wrist strength. That precision. You can't master this without 20 years of hard work. Cloud satin is sensitive to temperature. A bit too much and it scorches, a bit too little and it won't hold its shape. The transition under the arm and sleeve must be done in one breath, without a single extra stitch. Let the fabric develop its own structure. That is the foundation our ancestors left us.
Xiao Su.
We've finished all 100 pieces for Grandpa Chan. Not a single one missing. A miracle. This is a miracle in the history of our city's fashion.
Impossible.
The Jiangnan silk factory cut off her supply. Where did she get the fabric? She must be using cheap junk to fool people. Yes, that must be it. Since I can't succeed, Lin Wan, you won't have it easy either. This is industrial ink. When they unload the goods later, I'll rush in and splash this all over the clothes. Be careful. These clothes cannot be folded. They must be pushed in on the mannequins. Now. No, protect the clothes. No, the clothes. Our 5 days and nights of hard work. Ha ha ha. Destroyed. Well destroyed. Lin Wan, your 4 million is gone. Your Wanhengtang is finished. You'll spend the rest of your life in prison paying off your debts. Run. You're not leaving this alley today. Let me go. I'm just passing by. What right do you have to arrest me? Su Qian, did you really think that I, knowing you were a desperate dog, pushed into a corner, would be so unprepared as to push millions in high-end fashion out into the alley to unload? This isn't. Lin, where are our real clothes? The real Eastern elegance was already sent at 6 a.m. this morning via an armored transport vehicle through the Peace Hotel's private underground elevator directly into Madam Mo's presidential suite. These pieces of trash are things I bought for 100 yuan from a junk collector yesterday. I intended to use them as a negative example for Madam Mo, but it turns out they were perfect as bait. Su Qian, you've just ruined yourself. Everything you destroyed was just the trash you made yourself.
Impossible.
This is impossible. Lin Wan. I used to know how to make good clothes too. Su Qian, you are suspected of attempting to destroy private property worth millions. Although you destroyed fake targets, your malicious intent is clear, and the nature of the act is severe. Combined with your previous hiring of thugs to vandalize shops while you were out on bail, no one can save you this time. Take her away. Eastern elegance. Do it right, don't be like me. Jealousy and greed will eventually drag a person into hell. This is the path you chose. Madam Mo, I apologize for keeping you waiting. Just now, I had to deal with some industrial trash downstairs. Now is the time to witness true Eastern aesthetics. Incredible. This gold thread isn't embroidered on. It's pinned on with stitches that are almost invisible to the naked eye. This is the loss for a century.
Impérial Gold Quelling Embroiderie Technique.
This kind of stitch, even if machines evolve for another 100 years, they can't do it. I've traveled to all the high-end fashion shows in Paris and Milan, and I've never seen clothes with such soul. This is true haute couture. Master Lin, I retract all the prejudices I once had against the mainland fashion industry. These 100 Qipaos are not just clothes. They are the pinnacle of intangible cultural heritage. The 4 million balance will be transferred to Wan Hengtang's account this afternoon. Additionally, this is a lifetime partnership agreement with my multinational fashion group. One sign. Wan Hengtang will be directly featured in my hotels and on the Champs-Élysées, becoming the world's first top-tier Eastern haute couture brand. Are you willing? This is an era that belongs to machines and efficiency. But there will always be a need for someone to use a needle and a thread to preserve those slow, ultimate, ancient traditions nurtured with heart and blood. Madam Mo, it's a pleasure doing business with you. Wan Hengtang's needlework has only just begun.